to the South Florida is looking at that environmental aspect at this time. Yes. So.
Okay, well, as a board, I think before we go any further with this, that we need to, I'd like to pursue the EPA and see where, what their restrictions are and how, and John said, let's check with the EPA before we do anything. And at this point, I would suggest, Al, that you come to an HOA meeting, because I think, and they're in the evening, I think you'll have more questions, and I think the community needs to see more of what you really want to do. I think that would be beneficial, as Bill has asked if you could attend one of their meetings. And until you get to the HOA, and so you understand what's going on within the community and see the community, and we contact the EPA about the school and all that, I think at this point we just need to put this on hold.
Who's going to contact the EPA?
I don't know.
That's a great question. That was my question.
I can do that through Johnson.
Okay. We'll contact the EPA, and just because the gas station is on our property, on CDD property, within a certain range to the school, selling alcohol, selling tobacco, having gas, affecting the water. I think we need to look at that. I think we need to look at all these other avenues before we yay or nay anything. So I appreciate you coming today and going through all this. But I think there's a lot more questions that need to be resolved before we can do anything. You had just a second, Neil.
Yeah, I mean, the zoning, people might say it's zoned that way.
Correct.
That's been zoned that way in Lee County. It's not the zone, it's the use. Okay? You could put in an office retail or any other kind of application there, and you wouldn't have these particular issues.
Correct.
And one thing anybody's not talking about is crime magnets, okay, are convenience stores and gas stations. And you really don't need to be bringing that to the doorstep of the school or to the doorstep of like, you look it up, Department of Justice, the big thing comes from. All you gotta do is look at Lee County. There was a robbery over in 7-Eleven over in 41.
Yep.
There was 2 robberies up in Lee County, up in Fort Myers. In California, 2 people murdered and 6 robberies.
Yeah.
All at 7-Eleven.
Neil?
Yeah, I agree with what Tony said, that you can evaluate it. Would it be appropriate for Al to send either Tony or Chuck the design plans so they can share them with the
Yes,
engineers?
please do.
Yes.
Send me a link or whatever, and I'll get them over to Johnson.
Yes, if you could.
And I want to just answer that gentleman's question. Tony does define the uses.
Right.
And what Tony was alluding to is Bert Harris, and that has got progressive directive. You can't take, the government can't take uses away from.
We can't do that, but again, you need to look at how you're affecting the community, and you're negatively affecting the community in many ways. And I know, Al, and when we had our discussion, and I need to let the community know this, I said we were not in favor of a 24-hour gas station, and you were going to close from 2 to 3 in the morning. I'm sorry, that was a slap in the face, I felt. I mean,
Sterile law.
so, again,
That road in general is a thorn for this community because we're stuck with it, whether there's a gas station there or not. The school has used that road a hell of a lot more than any resident here. We've been to the school board, we've talked to the village. Nobody wants to help us with that road because ultimately we're responsible for
I
it.
talked to the county about doing improvements too, and they felt like they did some improvements.
Right.
Good.
So
one good thing.
that's just another
Hindrance.
what you're doing is adding more traffic onto a road that we're getting stuck with bill for anyway.
And not a road.
And understand you're paying your part too.
There's a glimmer of light. There's a charter school that's trying to go in further east on First Crew. They've got like 400 kids out east signed up to go there.
What does that do?
Yeah, what's the glimmer of light there?
For you is,
There's 5,000 people a month moving into this area. How's that a glimmer of light? There's no glimmer of light. There's gonna be more people in that school. There's 50,000 people moving down that road, ma'am. 50,000 people at a minimum. Come
so
on.
that's,
Don't try to bullshit a bullshitter.
can we put that in the minutes?
Explain to me how the charter school affects us in a positive way.
Okay, one at a time.
Want to speak to the
Excuse
HO
me.
meeting? It's the third Tuesday of February. Before you leave, I give you our property manager's card. Work it out with her. We'll put you first on the agenda. And we'll go back to the house and we'll let you know how we feel. And I know you seem to have the Thanksgiving, so you'll enjoy yourself.
Okay, Phil Olive had something to say, and then I'll
I
get
just
to...
want her to finish a point.
Okay.
Right now, all those in Casper Drive, west, on First Road into this area, which, as you pointed out, is congested. I actually came in that this morning just to see what it looked like. Trying to get back out was horrible with
Yeah.
construction, so I understand what you guys are talking about. The goal is to keep as much of that school traffic that is coming into this area alleys, so it doesn't come into the congestion.
But have you looked at the construction of what they're building
There's
further
5
east of here? There's
more
more
communities
coming in
going
this way, so you're going to get a group of kids
Yes, I know.
going down there, but you're still going to get this whole group of kids
You can
coming in
build
here.
7 schools
So-
out there and traffic's not going to decrease right here.
Okay, hold on.
It's just not, it's gonna,
Yeah.
some of it out.
No.
Ours is going up no matter what happens east.
Right, okay. I have another comment here.
Yeah, I just leave you with this thought, and I really appreciate all the pushback and the thoughts people have put together, whether it's EPA, traffic, congestion, berms. Very nice drawings you got. And I understand the permit was issued in 1985, but they built a school here that has over 1,000 children in your backyard. And everyone knows schools and children do not mix well with gas stations. It's common. The fumes that come from the cars that are coming in, carbon monoxide, that's going to be in the air. I'm glad somebody here brought up the groundwater. Your tanks, potentially, I don't care how well they're made, underground tanks can leak and affect groundwater. The pipes that lead to those tanks can rupture. Those are all factors. But let's think about the kids. The impact of the fumes that your gas tankers are going to emit is 150 chemicals in 1 gallon of gas. 150 chemicals that can get airborne for our kids. It's not only Pinewood School. I'm really concerned about our playground and the kids. We have over 1,100 households here. There are so many families and children that use that playground. Again, it's probably as close, if not closer, to the school.
Right.
So I really want to appeal to you as a human being. Would you want your child going to school, playing in a playground so close to a gas station? And the final point I want to say is your tankers potentially could carry 11,000 gallons of gasoline coming in our back road. That would be 70,000 pounds of weight on our on our back road. So I would appeal to your decision on gas station in general. Is it something you want to put in place our kids and the kids at Pinewood at present?
Thank you.
And I just felt real quick, I was looking up, because I was trying to think where, my kids went to school, they're older now, and gas stations, and the only one I could think of that was close is Three Oaks Middle. Has I think it's a 7-Eleven. It's down by that strip mall. And I just checked, it's 1,584 feet from Three Oaks Middle to that gas station. So it sounds like there could be some legs to this 1,000 feet.
We just need to do our homework.
Yes.
That's all.
Okay.
I think they know we don't want this, but we just need to do our homework.
Okay, so
Let's table that.
Johnson's going to contact the EPA. We're going to continue working on this. You'll make an appointment to come to the HOA meeting. And I think we beat this horse enough. I think it's
And
dead.
also send detailed plans to Chuck and myself so we can send down to Johnson.
Yes, you'll send the detailed plans. For those of you who have spoken today, thank you very much, I appreciate it. Because I know, having gone to some of these meetings, I think the impression was that it was just my opinion and not the community's opinion. And as I've said, whether I want it or not, I really have to work with the 1,119 homes here. So, again, it's not just my opinion, it's not just my feelings, it's the whole community. So, we discussed that the last time we were together. So we'll take it from there, and we'll work on that, and we'll put you on the agenda next month, but if you can get to the HOA meeting in the interim, I think that would be beneficial. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Right, that horse is dead, let's stop eating it. It'll be back. Okay. Chuck, the next one is the consideration, did we want to take a 2-minute break?
I can stretch.
Okay, we're going to take a 2-minute break and stretch.
I gotta go to work.